he's been helping me out too. So he's enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Man, and I mean, of course, that gym is here locally.
Huh?
The boxing gym?
It's actually just me and him. So
okay.
He's just been coming over to the apartment complex and
wow, man.
because he's from Austin. That's where we used to train out of. Austin, in a gym called Free Your Fitness.
Right.
So we used to train out there and stuff like that, and he's just
Man, well, that's pretty cool that because not a lot of people will do that, man. You know, I mean, well, some people will when it comes to like personal training or you know one-on-one consultation type stuff, but that's pretty cool though, man. Let me see. Let me get on this real quick.
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to plug in. Make sure everybody's on there.
Murder your thirst.
Yeah, bro. I told my boy Aaron Suarez, man, because he comes in and he was all like, man, it's all about death and murder and it's just water. And I said, man, it reminds me of the band Kiss, where you see them, you're like, oh man, these guys are hardcore, and then they start singing and they sound like the Bee Gees. You know, they're kind of like just, you know, cool music, man. But the concept, dude, I mean, it's all about marketing, of course. So I mean, I like it. I've been enjoying the drinks, man. I mean, Liquid Death. You know, I mean, I get them out there, man. And I don't know. I mean, you being an athlete, I mean, you drink a lot of water. Are there times when you're drinking water and you're like, fuck, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I want a little bit more flavor and stuff.
Yeah, tweak it up or do something different, man. But that's kind of like where I'm at, and you know, I'll drink water throughout the day, but I'll drink one of these like you know morning or during lunch, and then I'll just drink water the rest of the day. But yeah, man, it's just something different, bro. And make sure put your headset on, boss. I'm sorry. Make sure it's ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do this.
And once you're set up, we'll run it, man.
Hell yeah. I haven't done this in a minute.
No, definitely, bro. Hello, everybody. Spider here, the Fight Card Podcast, coming to you from downtown San Antonio. We're actually in the Riverwalk. Well, not really, but we're close to it, man. Of course, Henry, bro. Man, keeper of the second, bro. That's what I keep seeing your Instagram, and I said, man, that's... When you told me what that meant or where you got that from, it stuck to me. I said, okay, cool, man. Like, keeper of the second. And just for those that don't know, or that, I mean, the last time you were here, what does that mean?
Honestly, keeper of the second means to enjoy every second that you have, you know, because you never know what's going to happen to the next.
No, for sure, man. And that's one of the things, especially being here in San Antonio, man, there's a lot. I mean, it's everywhere, but here in San Antonio, of course, because we're local, I mean, we're seeing more shootings, we're seeing more, deaths on the road, dude. I mean, traffic's freaking congested, and it's getting crazier. So, I mean, of course, if you're out there, you're listening, man, I mean, keep your eyes, use your blinkers, bro, please.
For real.
But yeah, man, I mean, I have you here. What I want you to do, and I should have explained this earlier, we're just gonna talk on this podcast as far as this episode.
Yeah.
Of course, we're gonna bring up your fight and what you have going on, but I wanted to bring that on the TikTok, dude. So
yeah.
If that's cool, man, we'll do a little video input. You know.
Hey, I'm down for whatever, man.
There you go.
I'm down.
Maybe we'll get you to do a little dance. You know, we'll see, man. We'll see. You know, get a couple hits on there, man.
Okay.
Go viral on TikTok, bro. You know what, man? Somebody, I think I was watching the UFC the press conference yesterday.
Yeah.
And Ching Adesanya, of course, you know, the champ, he was like, somebody was like, oh man, you know, grown man on TikTok, and I was like, well, I started looking around like, hey, I'm on TikTok, you know, but it's another plug for me, man. I mean, as far as what's going on, it's all about numbers. So
I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for this card.
Bro, yeah, and just so people know, I mean, of course, that drink you got on you, man, Liquid Death, bro, and it's going to be your first time trying it.
It is, actually.
Sweet.
Actually.
Just don't spit it out, bro. No, man, but yeah, you know, as far as, you know, the fights, there was a couple of crazy face-offs, and
that's good.
I guess nothing's personal. You know, when it's fight week, and I've talked to fighters, and I'm sure yourself, you know, cutting weight, man, you're hangry. You're like, oh man, you know, everybody's pissing you off, and and so emotions kind of flare up. Yeah. But yeah, the weigh-ins were the face-offs were pretty crazy, dude. So I'm expecting a lot of violence tomorrow. 2 title bouts. Now, do you think they're gonna change hands tomorrow, man?
I honestly don't know. Like, I honestly, I could see it all going all the way to being the decision making. Yeah. I mean, bloodshed will be, you know, there will be blood there.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, you know, it's a good fight. I mean, of course, with the main event, you know, Adesanya, of course, being the champ. I mean, nobody's came close to even taking him, man. I mean, the guy's a You know, he's good. I mean, he's obviously good. I mean, he does what he does. I mean, I was just telling somebody the other day. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this Adesanya. I give him props because, of course, I mean, he's the best at what he is now. But it's just it's kind of like with Conor McGregor, man. I never really jumped on the hype, and I was just like, well, I mean, he's good. He was cutting a lot of weight to fight smaller guys, and that's the name of the game. You know, you want to be the stronger person going in there. But my question is, and I've always, even Aaron Suarez, man, I always tell him, I said, man, if I'm competing at 145 and I'm doing good at 145, I'm out in public and somebody bumps into me, am I going to be like, hey, well, how much do you weigh? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how good are you, man? Because if you can't hold your own ground, especially even out there, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is in the fight game. I mean, of course, the guys fighting at 145, they're walking around at 180, 190, maybe even 200. You know, there's some big dudes out there, man.
Definitely.
But
and dropping that weight, that's crazy. Like, honestly,
bro, you see, and I've seen it to where guys cut 30 pounds like in a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like that's a lot of water weight, man. I mean, of course, you know, you want to do the whole dieting and eating right and dropping carbs and you know, but I mean, like for yourself, man. I mean, you've competed in combat sports, man. I mean, of course, you know, we're gonna talk about this upcoming boxing bout that you have coming up.
Yeah.
But when it comes to competition, man, I mean, how much weight have you cut for a fight?
Honestly, I try and stay, like, if I'll get a fight, like, saying, hey, you're going to be fighting at, let's say, 170, I'll try and stay, for me, it's like, I try and stay within 5 pounds more or 5 pounds less. Oh, okay. I don't want to do that full on, like, let me just gain all this weight and then cut it, like, real quick. You know, I try and stay at that point. Right now, the boxing fight is going to be at 185.
Okay.
So I'm chilling at like 190 right now. So I'm just relaxing until
nice,
yeah.
And I mean, did your diet change? I mean, are you kind of like, okay, I can't eat
no
with pasta, or you're still eating?
I'm still eating. I'm still eating, man. With the crazy workouts that I'm doing right now and stuff. Just it's mostly been like, I've been noticing a lot more with the boxing. It's just been cardio, so I'm just loving it.
Nice, bro.
Bike rides, doing biking, running, and
stuff. I was gonna say running, man.
Swimming.
How far are you running right now?
Right now, I'm just doing. It's mostly the biking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but biking with running, I'm doing about 3.5, 4 miles, about a day. So 3 miles in the morning, 3 miles at night, chilling at that. But on average, like with biking, I'm doing about 25 to 50 miles.
Damn, man, what are you hitting? You going from here to New Braunfels or what?
There's actually that. I wish, dude. I mean, there's that trail.
Nice.
There's that new trail around San Antonio that they just finished. It's like the 150-mile bike ride around San Antonio or something.
Seriously?
75 or 100 around there.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. So I was getting my bike fixed at the REI, and they're like, yeah, there's this trail that they just finished. Try it out. I was like, all right, cool. Went all the way from my place all the way down to one side and went all the other side.
Wow, dude. And how did that, I mean, how was it?
It was good. I enjoyed it. Out there? Actually, it was at some parts. Yeah. There was a lot of people, but I mean, most of it's like just a cruise.
Nice. You see, and I always see that because, I mean, I'm all over town, and I see certain spots, and I'm like, dude, trails, and they're like in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, where the hell these go, man? But that's probably it, man, because I see them. I'm not a bike enthusiast, so I'm not sure, you know, I have a bike, I ride around the neighborhood, man, but neighbors' damn dogs chase me, so I'm like, But yeah, man, but I mean, I've done bike riding before as far as for exercise, and one time, I mean, I got hooked on it, bro. I was just like, seeing how far I could go, and at the beginning, I learned from my mistakes because I would ride my bike for like 3 hours, bro, and then I'd be like, crap, I gotta go back, bro. Yeah,
and gotta go all the way back.
So you gotta, pay attention to that, Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, I not like it, dude, because it is the tranquility, the fact that you go out there and there's nothing, it's like you get to unwind.
It's just cruising and stuff
turn
like
off
that.
your phone and be like,
I'm done. I'm out. Yeah, it's honestly with these trails too. It just reminds me of Austin. Austin's my hometown, so it's just like I'm loving it.
Damn, you see, and dude, I have not been to Austin in a while. I know there's an event for actually an amateur MMA event coming up in September, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But I haven't been out there in a long time, dude, and it's just, I'm kind of afraid because I'm like, is it as bad as San Antonio, man, or what? Because I remember back in the day we used to go out there and we get lost, bro. Too many freaking one-way turns, and we're like, damn. You know, it's just that you kind of have to know where you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it'll be exciting. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And man, I mean, being from Austin, bro. I mean, how long have you been here in San Antonio?
I just hit a year.
Oh, really?
I just hit a year, yeah.
Okay. And I mean, dislikes?
I mean, honestly, it's just a different pace.
Yeah.
Different tone, different pace, honestly. With Austin, it was more of like, all right, go, 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 go. Because of all the people coming from California. I always tell people, like, I got kicked out because of the Californians.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, bro. And I mean, it's getting like that here,
Yeah.
man. I know.
I'm loving it, though.
This past week alone, I delivered to 3 families that moved down from Hawaii, military. I've been delivering to a lot of military people, of course. I mean, having, Lackland and, some of the bases out here. But I've been delivering people moving all the way out there to Elmendorf, man. I mean, just Hondo. I mean, just crazy, bro. So it's just, it's getting that crowded, and houses are still, they're selling them before they can build them.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are renting houses till their house is ready, and some people are just like, screw it, man. We're moving like right outside the city.
Yeah.
Probably the smartest thing they can do, man. But
It's, yeah.
even out there going towards 1604 and 281 South, man. I went out there like 2 months ago. My ex-in-laws lived out there, and there was nothing. And now you go out there and you're like, crap, dude. Like, there's subdivisions left and right. I mean, it's growing, man. And it's just, I mean, with everything, the economy going the way it is, and I mean, of course, gas went down a little bit, so now I'm like, okay, cool. But is that enough, bro?
It honestly, I don't know.
Because everything else, I mean.
It's going crazy.
Like, what was it? I bought something the other day, and I was like, crap, dude. I think it was like bread, or it was something simple, but I was just like, god damn, dude, like, when did it go, get that high, man? But I mean, everything's still, and, part of what it is, man, it's just like with me, because I deliver furniture all over the city. For me, it's just a matter of where do you live? Like, it's a sofa, okay, but where do you live? Oh, it's way the heck out there in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, I gotta bump it up, it's just, it's not even keep home money, it's just money to pay for gas.
Gas and stuff, yeah. That's what I've noticed. I'm like, oh my god. Like, it's just getting from one side to the other. I'm just like, jeez. I gotta calculate everything and all that stuff.
Let's hang out next week. Let's see if the gas goes out.
y'all come over. I have a pool and stuff.
I know.
Cook
right?
out here.
Me halfway. We'll go hang out downtown or something, man. But yeah, bro, and that's kind of I tell people, man, because even now, I have not hit up any of the gyms yet. I keep saying I'm going to, and I am, but it's just a matter of like, okay, what time or when, because some of these places are. I mean, to get out there with traffic, bro, I'm thinking like 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour, and it's just like, damn, but I'm going to do it. Eventually I'm going to hit up a couple of, the locals, man, and just go see what they're up to, man. A lot of people, fights coming up like yourself, man, so I'm looking forward to that. And of course, man, I mean, being here in San Antonio, man, I mean, when you first got here, you have been here before, right?
Yeah. My whole family's from San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it was just you. They just threw you out there. They're like, man, get out of here.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, was Austin the move? Because I mean, you are a photographer, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, was that kind of like the whole, I'm an artist, let me go to Austin type thing?
No, honestly, I was born and raised in Austin, so my parents, we just lived there through graduation. I was the last one, so they were like, you know what, we'll move down to Kyle. So I was like, all right, cool. Still came into Austin to do my work as a waiter and stuff like that. And once my dad passed away, my mom sold the house. She moved closer to my brother. At that time, I was living with my ex, and I had as well too. I was still under contract with Amazon up in San Marcos location. So once my contract was ended, I was like, all right, cool. Let me just move closer. Let me move closer to my family.
No, for sure, man, and it helps. I mean, I've lived in Florida for years, and I moved out there with family, but it was always, I always came back. I was kind of like, oh man, then I came back, and I'll be like, man, why the hell did I come back?
Yeah. Nowadays, I'm like, I still miss Austin here and there. I'll have the days like, man, I just want to go up there.
You see, man, well, I'll say this, because I know a lot of people that are out there, and they're always posting like Travis Lake, and and all these cool spots, and I'm like, dude, that's cool. But then I'm like, San Antonio's got a couple of cool spots. I don't even go to those, bro. So I'm like, I mean, like you said earlier, man, the trail. I mean, I'm gonna look that up, because I definitely want to start getting back to bike riding. I was telling you, I think I told you earlier, man. I blew up my freaking cap, like last weekend, man, and it's it's old age. You know, but it's just, I mean, I warmed up, I stretched, and it's just when I was doing sprints, man, it just, I heard it, bro. I was like,
you just felt that.
Like, I dropped just because I was like, okay, what the. So it was unexpected, man. I'm having to get my sleeve. I actually have it in the truck, but I'm gonna be wearing. I got to work today, so I'm gonna be wearing that later. But as far as yourself, man, any injuries, bro, throughout this whole training?
Not really. I mean, I've been taking it easy. Honestly, I've just been been listening honestly to the body, figuring things out, fully trying to get my body back into.
And you don't mind me asking, how old are you right now?
I'm 25.
Oh man, bro. Yeah. No, yeah. You see, and then for me, I mean, I always tell people, man, like I've got that mentality where I'm like, I can jump this, and my knees are like, hell no. Like, no, I don't think so, man. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'm still taking it easy. You know, I tore my meniscus twice, so
wow.
I'm just like still listening to it. But I mean, it still can take the hit.
Oh yeah, you see, and my thing is everybody's like, oh, wait till you get older, and I'm like, yeah, I'm putting that shit now. I don't, you know, I don't have to wait. Everything hurts. But man, as far as the photography, man, I mean, have you jumped back into that?
I mean, honestly, I have. You know, since the last time we talked.
Yeah.
Since the last time we talked, I was like, you know what? I think it's time to get back out of it. I took my time off. Let me get back into it. So I've just been slowly creeping back into it, trying to get it into. I already planned a couple trips. You know.
Nice, man.
So I got the fight coming up. It's actually going to be in Michigan. So I'm going to do a little bit of.
Is it really?
It's in Michigan.
Oh wow! Okay.
So
I didn't know that.
I'll be going up there with my crew, and we'll be exploring. And then actually, that Saturday night we'll be actually having the fight in an abandoned boxing ring. So we're going to keeping it the whole urbex, you know, the whole urban community. We're trying to keep it all abandoned, keeping everything, you know. Still, the rules will still apply to the boxing regulations.
Right.
So everything will be applied to that.
Wow, man, that's actually that's making the trip worth it, man. Because I mean, you're out there, you might as well. You see, and that's one of the things I always, even fighters, like they always, I'm gonna go fight in New York. I'm gonna fight, and I'm like, man, are you gonna stay the weekend? Oh no, I'm coming right back. And I'm like, dude, you're already there, bro. Like, stay another day and you know enjoy the city and. But that's cool, man. I mean, I'm glad you got back into it, man. And as far as photography, I mean, for those that don't know, of course, you were doing the paranormal.
I was doing the paranormal.
Yeah, so now back into it, man.
Back into the photography and stuff like that.
And let me ask you, bro, why? I mean, what was it? Was it one day you were like looking at your camera and you're like, man, let me get back to work?
It was one of my old model friends. She was like, hey, I kind of like. I want to get back, you know, she took her time off as well. You know, she had a kid too. She had a kid, so she was like, you know, kind of like, I'm at that point that, you know, my baby's at an age that I can just drop them off or at the parents' house. I'm like, all right, cool, let's get back into it. So one thing we did, we went to an abandoned school and we did our shoot and stuff like that. We got to explore that. An old western town.
Where was this at?
This was all in South Texas.
Oh, nice.
So South Texas area, got to explore a nursing home and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, the bug. I still have the bug. I'm so ready to get into it.
Dude, well, that's cool, man. I'm glad because it's just that, you know, it's kind of like with like my kids. You know, my oldest, man, when she was little, creative, dude, artist. I mean, she used to love to read, and she used to sketch up these drawings. I mean, she would just like start, hey dad, look, and I'm like, where'd you get this? Oh, I just drew it, and I'm like, wow, dude, like talent, bro, and it's like, and I would tell her, like, you know what, I would say I saved a lot of her stuff, and it was just like when she was little, you know, like 5, 6, 8, 10, and you know, she kind of stopped doing it. Oh, I don't want to do it, and I'm like, man, you know what, dude? I mean, it's just, but I guess I mean, is it something? I guess like if somebody were to say, oh man, you're a great singer, man, you should sing professionally, and then you're like, you know, you don't see it, you don't believe in yourself, so, but I mean, obviously you do, man. As far as what you do, I mean, you know, your photography, man, because I've seen your work, I mean, of course, freaking great stuff, man, and man, let me ask you, bro, I mean, on this, are you going to be doing anything other than the boxing, like, too, this year, say?
I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, like, you know, I kind of did an evaluation to myself after my last fight in Muay Thai and stuff, and actually kind of like, I'm actually taking a step back from all that. And I'm actually just going back into my roots in boxing.
Right.
So I might have another fight in the whole community. I don't know. You know, I just want to see where it goes from there.
Right. No, definitely. And like you said, it's in your body, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's cool that, I mean, being 25, man, I say go for it. You know, why not, man? I mean, you know, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of those like, man, missed opportunities or just, you know I have, and it's like, you know, there's a lot of regrets, bro. I mean, I had opportunity to go to Brazil years back, man. I didn't take it. I had an opportunity to go to Puerto Rico. I didn't take it, you know, and I'm like, damn, you know, and everything was paid for. They were like, oh, you don't have to pay for anything, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to go, you know, and I'm just like, why, bro? Why did I not go? I mean, you know, just even explore and get out of here, man. But
I would like to. I would like to have another fight, probably maybe within 2-3 month with span. Just go back to back.
And you're thinking boxing again?
Boxing.
Sweet, man. And are you gonna stick with it, or is it gonna be told like you decide to? Let me try something else.
No, I'm going to save. Honestly, I told myself I'm just going to stay for boxing for a minute.
Nice.
Just get back into the techniques. Get the movements. Get everything back into order, where I like it, and then I'll be like, all right, cool. Let me get back into the full-on mixed martial arts and stuff like that.
Right. No, for sure, man. And I mean, the reason I'm asking is because even now, I mean, we've had a couple of locals from Texas, dude, like going and getting into boxing. They're MMA and they're doing boxing bouts, and they're doing pretty good, you know. And it's you know, they're kind of like, I'm doing it to kind of keep me busy and feed my skills for my MMA. So I'm like, hell yeah, dude, I can appreciate that, man. And like you said, I mean, you're gonna keep, you know, get your hands better, get your footwork better,
get everything.
When you go to into an MMA bout, then people are gonna be like, damn, where's this guy coming from? Man? You know, but it does make a difference, though, man.
It does.
Now, let me ask you, bro, because, I mean, of course, you've been here in San Antonio for a year, man.
Yeah.
For those that haven't been to San Antonio, man, what would be, like, the have-to-hit spots, like, here in town? Like, what would somebody have to go view or go see or experience? No cemeteries, bro. It's gotta be...
Honestly, I would probably say just downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown is where everything is at.
Yeah.
You know, like, the outskirts, the rim and stuff like that. That's cool and all, but, like, if you want to get the actual, like, tradition, like, the actual, like, culture of San Antonio, downtown is where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I mean, because not even just the agriculture, the buildings, and there's a lot of history. I know, like, I think it was 2 years ago, man, I walked with my youngest downtown, and there's still signs up from stores from years past, and I'm like, wow, the signs are still up, man, and it's pretty cool, man.
My grandparents were married downtown San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
So like, where the Alamo Dome is at, just go straight there, that church right there, that little small church.
Yes, bro.
It's right there, that's where they got married.
Man,
47 years ago.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of history. I will say this, man. I mean, I grew up here in San Antonio. I'm older, you know, back in the 80s when you know, the dinosaurs were roaming and all that good stuff, man. I remember, like, being a kid, man, I remember my mom saying, like, oh, yeah, you know, my grandma's name was Antonia. And so we used to call her Tonya, you know, for short, or everybody we called her, you know, grandma. I mean, But she had told me, like, yeah, you know, she was named after San Antonio. And I was like, what? Like, I mean, in my head, I was like, damn, how old is grandma? You know, like, but it was after the Saint Anthony was what she meant, but she said it in Spanish. And so for years, I was like, oh, man, they named San Antonio after my grandma. I had it backwards. So people were kind of looking at me like, what? Like, what the heck are you talking about, kid? But yeah, man, it's just, you know, you know, it's a beautiful city, man. I mean, I grew up here. You know, I've lived pretty much in all corners of the city. I mean, it's blown up now, so yeah, there's places like, I'm still kind of like, wow, it's
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm still, like, even with a year, I'm still learning, seeing new things, and it's, like, crazy.
No, yeah, bro.
I enjoy it.
I've been doing deliveries, like I said, dude. I'm going, like, Potranco, Chainfield, 1604, like, in the middle, and it's just, like, I'm like, damn, dude, nothing but trees, boom, subdivision. I'm like, what? So, I mean, I know they're building, because as soon as I get there, I'm nosy. I'm like, hey, man, what's back there? You know, I go to the yard. I'm looking at the yard, and they're like, oh, man, they're building still that way. And I'm like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but, you know, I mean, the city has blown up. I mean, of course, I think everybody and their mother's been moving to San Antonio, man, or just in Texas in general. You know, I keep sending everybody to Odessa, Midland. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of property out there, man.
Just go there.
You don't even have to worry about your neighbors. You got a bunch of, you know, acreage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. I mean, being here in San Antonio, bro. I mean, for me, like I said, I mean, I've left the city, I've left the state, and I've always came back, and I'm like, you know what, man, this is home, dude. I mean, even
Texas is home.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. You see, and I've been because of the whole MMA community. I mean, I've been to Laredo, I've been to Dallas, Houston, of course, Corpus. You know, I've been The only place I have not been to, man, is like El Paso or even at Midland. I have
Same.
never been to Midland.
Never been over there.
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, there's been promotions out there, and I'm like, man, I want to go, and then I look at the drive, and I'm like, oh crap, like
8 hours.
Yeah.
Stuff, and everybody's like, oh, it's.
It'll
Y'all
be
got it
quick,
easy. You
like-
can go like 2 hours. You're in another state. No,
Yeah.
it takes all day for us.
Yeah,
It takes all day.
Exactly, man, and it's just like I tell people, man, here in San Antonio, back in the day, it was an hour to get to Austin. Now it's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, for real.
No, it's a good drive, bro.
For
Like,
real.
I think, yeah, I haven't been out there in a while, so who knows, bro. I mean, when was the last time you went back home?
Actually, last week.
Okay, well, for training.
Actually, yeah. I went to go actually to House of Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, not House. Sorry, 10th Planet up there in
okay,
South.
yeah.
Yeah, my buddy was like, hey, you know, even my coach from Florida,
Yeah.
he was in town too. He's like, hey, we're in town for the UFC fight. All right, cool.
Sweet.
And then even I went out to go train. I even got to roll with Cowboy Cerrone.
Oh, no
So
way,
that
bro.
got to roll with him at 10th Planet for a
You
minute.
tapped them out, right?
Huh?
You tapped
I was
him
so
out.
close. I was close. He yelled at me. He was like, "Don't let go. Don't let go of this arm." I'm like, because I was trying to set something up. He's like, "Don't let it go." I'm like, "Oh, you got me."
Bro, you see, and I've met Cowboy like 3 or 4 times throughout the years, you know, at events. It was him, Leonard Garcia. They did an appearance at MMA Overload, you know, the one right here in New Braunfels. And they had called me, the owners, you know, they were like, hey, man, you want to take photos? And, you know, yeah, they was doing the Texas fighting thing. And I blew it up. And, man, there was a lot of people that showed up. And when we get there, they're, like, sitting down. And I put my set up, my camera, and I have somebody take a picture of me, like, sitting next to them. They're both like, the fuck, I'm going to get out of here, man. Like, who is this clown? But good people, man. Leonard Garcia, I talked to him on and off. I mean, Cowboy, I think he was a little drunk when he was there that day, man. But cool guy, though, man.
Dude, very humble.
Yeah, laid back. Especially now. I mean, he's a family man. He's a businessman. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure his whole view on life's changed. You know, he's grown up.
Now has a movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You see, and that's another thing, too, man. I always tell fighters, I mean, especially those that are even in the UFC or have a following or you got something, man, do something with it, man.
Just go with it.
You know, do a commercial. Get into film. Get into... Because, I mean, everybody's looking for sponsors. I'm like, man, there's other ways to make money, bro.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Man, and let me ask you, bro.
What's up?
As far as in town, like, what part of town are you staying at?
I'm actually over there by the rim, south of the rim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad side of the rim. That's ghetto, bro. No, I'm just joking. No.
I'm just there. I'm like, I just needed something quick, so I was like, you know what, close down, get on the highway.
And that's
Mom's
pretty
on the
much
next
like,
exit.
I-10 1604, right? So
Yeah, I-10 1604 over there by SeaWorld and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, that's pretty cool, man. I haven't, the last time I went to SeaWorld, actually SeaWorld itself, man, my kids were, I think my oldest was like 8 or 9. You know, she's 21 now. Yeah. So it's been a while, man.
It's been a minute for me, too.
Yeah, bro. You see, and that's one of those things for me, and I guess like the Alamo, everybody's like, oh, the Alamo, and I'm like, dude.
It's, one and done.
Yeah, been there, done that. I'm like,
on to the next.
Exactly, bro. But, man, let me ask you, as far as with the photography, man, I mean, you do video as well, right?
I do. I used to.
And as far as video, like, you went to school for all that? Or
I went to, I have a degree in cinema.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Sweet. Have you ever, like, done film?
I done a couple short films, all in, like, you know, it was mostly more of history kind of terms when I was doing my degree and stuff. Yeah. So those were the short films for it. And it was like, I did it mostly in the abandoned buildings and stuff. So it just kind of like, everybody loved it. I was like, all right, cool.
Sweet, man. And have you ever thought about, like, getting into movies? Like, I mean, as far as whether it's like, behind or...
Honestly, I thought about doing behind. Yeah. But, I mean, if it's a difficult area, you know.
Oh, yeah. Especially here, I mean... San Antonio, man. I mean, I went to a few, you know, to be an extra. You know, you go and you submit and do all this stuff, and I realized it was like years back, and I realized right off the back, it's people, they just do it just to kind of blow it up, and they already got their people, man. They don't, you know what I mean? And it's who you know.
Yeah, so. It's one of those deals. But I mean, honestly, too, it's like even one of the people that I'm working with right now here in San Antonio, his name is Trunkle Academy, and he's doing a whole short film of the west side of San Antonio where he grew up and stuff. He's telling the whole story, so it's pretty awesome to see, you know, from his eyes, seeing it from an outsider.
Nice, man. No, yeah, because even, I mean, for me, And I say the West Side. I grew up right there on Joe McMullen and Commerce. You know, right behind Lady of the Lake University, man. And so even growing up, people were like, "Oh, it's not the West Side, man. Lanier, Lanier's the West Side," because of course, you know, when everything first started.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, and that's another thing too. And I'll say this out here while I'm here. When I do deliveries, people are like, "Oh, it's on the West Side. Oh, it's on the South Side," and I look, and it's like on the freaking far South, East, West. You know, it's like way. And I'm like, bro, even on the map it says far South, far West Side, like. You're way out there, man. That's like freaking Floresville. That's like freaking, you know, Castroville. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I mean, I was a postal employee for years, man. So for me, it's always like, well, what's the zip code? And I know most of my zip codes, especially now. So as soon as they tell me the zip code, I'm like, oh yeah, you're way the hell out there, man. Like, yeah, I always thought it's gonna be set price or whatever. But it's just like, it's been getting crazy, man, bro. As far as the work that you did, you said you did a photo shoot for your model, and is this on your Facebook?
Huh? It's on my Instagram.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say for your work, man. Where can people go check this out? Just to follow you out there?
Keep her a second.
Okay, but it is just on your Instagram page.
Yeah, it's everything. All my work is on Instagram.
And let me ask you, because I mean, I've heard it before, but I mean, Facebook is that really for old people, man? Don't break my heart, man.
I mean, honestly, I've noticed like a lot more. I getting a lot more attention on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I've just like, that's where all my work is at. That's where I'm putting all my work into, all my focus.
No, yeah, man, and one of the things, and even like I mentioned earlier, bro, like I've been plugging in TikTok. And it's a very disturbing place, bro. Like I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. Cause, it's kind of weird, man. But but I like it because a lot of the stuff is quick. It's like in and out. You know, the video footage kind of gives you, you know, it goes to show the attention span of a lot of people, man. People don't want to be there and be like, oh, okay, it's been 20 seconds. That's enough. You know, they go on to something else, and so it's kind of like, okay, well, that's the it. You know, that's kind of why I'm like, okay, I just get in and get out. And I've heard it before where people are like, man, you feel like you rushed it. And I'm like, well, I kind of have to, man.
You got to be quick.
Yeah, like I just got to go in there, plug something in and bounce, you know, just let it flow. And are you on TikTok?
I am.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to follow you, man. I was going to say, because I've been on there, man, and this one, like two videos that kind of like went crazy on me. And I was like, oh, damn, dude. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's just like with everything, you never know what's going to hit.
It is. Yeah. You know? It's even like I said, with Chunkle Academy, he has like 320,000 followers.
Oh, wow.
So he's like, I'm like, oh my God, how do you do it? Wow. He's like, this is how. I'm like, you're crazy, dude. Here's my thing, just help me out.
They're like, can you send two people? Make it an even 10. Come on, man. Yeah. Dude, but yeah, you see, but even for people like that, man, and I know there's a couple of people that I follow, and I'm like, damn, dude, they got like a shitload of followers, bro. And I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, I mean, now what? You know, and that's kind of like what I tell people. Well, as far as like with my podcast, I'm like, dude, as soon as I get a big following, like what's next? Like now I really gotta get in here.
Just gotta keep going, gotta keep pushing it.
Gotta keep plugging in and putting out, you know. But it's fun. It's interesting, man.
It is.
And of course, you know, having guests like yourself to come in here and you know, chop it up a little bit, man. I appreciate you. And tell us about this hat, bro, you got going on.
Yeah, it's actually one of my sponsors, actually, who's helping me out with this whole fight camp and stuff like that. You know, we're actually going to be at the Pearl today. Oh, so it's called Alamo Melts.
Right.
So it's pretty much all they do. It's a brisket.
Right.
So, but what their swing of it is a grilled cheese brisket. And nice. Then with loaded fries. You can add brisket on there or a lasagna on the fries and stuff like that, mac and cheese and stuff. And I'm actually going to, you know, I've been helping out with them, and it's like the brisket's
you get a freebie?
Good. Yeah. he gave me the good part of the brisket yesterday, dude. And oh my God, it melts.
I was gonna say, man,
and it has that apple flavor to it. And I'm like, yeah, this is a killer.
You see, man, and like I'm not a big carnivore. Like I don't like. It's like even with my girl, I always tell her, man, I don't like to have to fight my food. Like it's like if it's that rough, and I'm like, dude, screw this, you know. Like I like ground meats, but yeah, something like that definitely, man. Especially if it's melting, but every bite, bro. Oof.
Come out, dude. Come out.
Swing by. What time are you guys gonna be out there?
We're actually, I think we should be there in an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll wrap this up in a little
bit. You're good. They know.
No, I'm saying so I can go, bro.
I mean, they're prepping right now, so we're good.
No, definitely, man. But yeah, man. But of course, as far as do they usually set up out there? Because it's a top.
They're everywhere.
Right?
They're everywhere.
Okay.
They're always traveling. So I would honestly on their Instagram.
Right.
Check them out. Alamo Melts. They are always posting hey, they even have a TikTok. They're always hey, we're over here.
Yeah.
We were on the south side yesterday, and then we were opening up the other day. True Fit off of Southwest Military.
Oh, nice.
They just opened up, so they're hey, we need a food truck. So we're all right, cool. We had a good sale yesterday, which is awesome.
Well, that's good though, man. I mean, especially people love to eat, so it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Man, and as far as you said it's as far as the extras that you can get on there, man. I mean, is there anything else that they sell?
They sell side of fries, loaded fries, mac and cheese, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We actually we're trying new things out.
Yeah.
So I know we're trying hot Cheetos. So we're trying something like cheese, like mozzarella sticks, but a hot Cheeto kind of form. So we're trying things out.
Nice, man. Well, and you see and stuff like that, it's good because even if you put a limited number, so first come first serve, man. I mean that way everything sells and you're good, man.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
And let me ask you, because you have this fight coming up, man. Have you been eating a lot of that, or you're so?
I'm trying to stay away, man. I'm trying to stay away. I had a couple bites yesterday.
You're run it off later.
I'm okay. I'm okay with my weight. Let me just a little splurge.
Man, and I mean, of course, we're gonna talk a little bit about this fight on that TikTok, man. We're gonna go on video, but my man, is there any sponsors you wanna blast while we're on this?
I mean, honestly, Alamo Melts is for sure one, and then Chocolate Academy. Yeah. He's actually helping me out with this too.
Sweet. Man.
So I mean, honestly, anybody else who wants to help out, I mean, honestly,
jump on board, right?
Jump on board. Sweet. You got a photographer, so I'm more than happy to help out with y'all's whatever promotion stuff like that.
Yeah, bro, definitely, man. You see, and I like that, dude, because I mean, one of the things, and I always tell fighters, bro, it's just people are oh, I want a sponsor, I want money, and I'm okay, but where's the return on investment?
Yeah.
Where's as a business, it's you gotta bring something back, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, yeah, I mean, I used to help manage fighters who were, I used to be able to get them a couple, and people were okay with it, and now they're man, it's throwing money away.
Just throwing money, yeah.
But I mean, the fact that you're staying involved and actually helping them, that's definitely. I'll be man, I'll sponsor you, man. Let's go get that lawnmower.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a true blessing. These people and stuff, just helping them out.
No, for sure, man. And I mean, that's, as a sponsor, when it comes to myself, that I've actually sponsored people in the past, I can appreciate that because it's that's one of the things that I'm always dude, at least post a photo, bro. Tag me, do something. It's a nothing. So it's well, it is what it is. But I appreciate when people do, and even now they'll throw stuff out there here and there, and I'm sweet, man. It's hey, it doesn't cost much, bro. Just post a picture, post it, and
post it, tag them, post them on your feed, stuff like that. That's all I've been doing this whole week.
Oh yeah,
just helping them out.
You see, and that's good, man. I like that, man. But bro, I do appreciate this. We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody out there, man. Listen up, man. I'm gonna post some of the links on Instagram. So of course, this is gonna go on our YouTube, but I will be posting a few footage on the Instagram page as well. Follow up. Go to our YouTube channel. Subscribe. This is the Fight Card Podcast. Till next time. And let me make sure the feed is gone. But yeah, bro. I mean, definitely, man. Because there's, I mean, I wish I could help a lot of people, man. But every once in a while, it's well.
Yeah.
What am I getting?
Yeah, I know. I've noticed that a lot. I'm cool. No.